A beautiful body perishes, but a work of art does not. Those are the words of famous Italian artist Leonardo da Vinci. Leonardo da Vinci was a true Renaissance man. Not only was Leonardo da Vinci an artist, he was also a scientist and an engineer. Hence, he is referred to as the founding father of the High Renaissance. Greetings, my name is Alexis Hernandez, and today I'll be discussing Leonardo da Vinci's early life and the influence he held on later artists. Let's begin with his childhood. Leonardo da Vinci was born on April 15, 1452 in Anjou, Italy. According to a biography provided by Britannica, Leonardo da Vinci's parents were unmarried at the time of his birth. His father was a Florentine landlord by the name of Ser Piero, and his mother was a young peasant woman by the name of Caterina. Sadly, his mother abandoned him and went on to marry an artisan. As a result, he had to go live with his father at the age of 5 at the family estate. There he was given the basic education from arithmetic to reading. Now on to his teenage years. Leonardo da Vinci, according to authors and artists for young adults, became the apprentice for Andrea de Verrocchio around the age of 14. As his apprentice, he was introduced to the principles of painting and sculpting. Then in 1472, he entered a painters' guild in Florence, Italy. However, he did remain an apprentice for the 4 following years. At last, in 1478, Leonardo da Vinci became a master and went on to complete many works for the Duke of Milan. Sites mos.org. However, it is important to note that Leonardo da Vinci was compelled by many subjects at the time and had troubles focusing on one project at a time. Hence, he only finished one project out of the 6 that he started during that time, that one project being the Last Supper. Now, we know about Leonardo da Vinci's natural talent for art. Now we're going to discuss the influence he had on later artists. According to ItalianRenaissance.org, he worked on the Mona Lisa from 1500 to 1508. The Mona Lisa was a very impactful painting because of the 3/4 view. Leonardo da Vinci depicted the woman looking towards at the viewer. That was extremely outrageous and very uncommon during that time. Usually a portrait would only show the side figure of a woman. Also, it is important to note that the woman depicted in the Mona Lisa was very cheerful and cheery. This was very uncommon because this was a time where society was very patriarchal and aristocratic men held most of the power. Now on to how Leonardo da Vinci influenced detailing and portrait sizing. The fumato technique was a shadowing technique that Leonardo da Vinci used to reflect light off of the woman's face in the Mona Lisa, leaving some areas lighter and some darker. This overall resulted in the Mona Lisa becoming really realistic. Before the Mona Lisa, it is also important to note that all portraits were as low as the shoulder, nothing less. However, in the Mona Lisa, Leonardo da Vinci depicted the woman as low as her waist. This changed portrait painting radically and influenced European paintings until the 1800s. To summarize, Leonardo da Vinci has always been a natural talent, and his artistic skills have only improved in his youth and adult years. Today I have discussed Leonardo da Vinci's early childhood and the influence he had on later artists. In conclusion, although being an illegitimate child and being abandoned by his mother from a very young age, Leonardo da Vinci grew up to be one of the world's most renowned artists and author of one of the world's most famous paintings, the Mona Lisa. This has been my speech on Leonardo da Vinci. Thank you.